Hello Chocks and Chockettes, and in between, Chocobirds here for another video review. It's another one from Mr Kipling, another slice one basically. It's 8 chocolate and orange Easter Bunny slices, yeah. So I've seen these slices many times before. They come out with so many different types of them, and they're generally roughly the same. Some of them have like a sort of cream filling of such, or a layer of some kind of liquidy type offering in the middle of them, some kind of sauce. But this one doesn't seem to have that kind of one. Some of them, as I say, aren't that kind, and they tend to be not as good, those ones, but it almost always tends to really be about the topper. The sponge itself is a bit bland, so we're kind of getting ahead of ourselves though, so let's say. But we've done so many of these by now, we know what it's like, but there we go. They look quite interesting. They've got that sort of Mr Kipling Easter panorama going on, where they tend to continue on from each one, which is quite nice. And it's another design, this one as well, so that's quite interesting. But the trees tend to align together quite well, actually, so you can make a bit of a panorama. And these are sort of more of a brown colour offering. You can see the bunny as well, and pictures of the slices also, so quite good. Yes, and let's have a see. So chocolate and orange flavoured sponges topped with a decorated chocolate flavoured icing, 26%. Okay, so it's got palm oil in there as well, you can see straight from the start. Anything else of interest? Can't see anything too interesting. Paprika extract. More palm oil there as well. Okay, right, okay, so per 100 grams, 408 calories, 18.6 grams of fat, 7.2 of which are saturates, and per slice, 26 grams, 109 calories, 4.9 grams of fat, 1.9 of which are saturates. So yeah, it's a cake product. Chocolatey type things, chocolate bars and things tend to have between 500 and 550, but this being a cake one, 408 calories. This is per 100 grams. A lot less than that, but as I say, not really comparing apples with apples. Chocolate and orange flavoured sponges topped with a decorated chocolate flavoured icing. Okay, 100% natural flavours, no artificial colours, no hydrogenated fats, suitable for vegetarians. Lovingly baked in Britain. There we go. Usually on these ones, and somewhere else it says baked in the UK, but then it says baked in Britain now, but not the same thing. But I can't see. I think this one doesn't say it because it's a bit of a smaller box than the other ones. Okay, all right. MrKipling.co.uk, and get in touch if you're not happy. Premier Foods, ones that make it. So there we go. All right. Interesting. Yeah, not too bad. All right. So I think this looks very nice. I say it's got a nice bunny on it and a nice wrapper and things. But when we open this, remove the cardboard surround, we'll see that there's so much empty space in these. It's ridiculous. So yeah, that's another problem with these ones. Really, just too much empty space. Well, there you go. It does say there. Carefully baked in the UK by Premier Foods. There we go. But is it the UK or is it Britain? Baked in Britain. Because basically the UK counts includes Northern Ireland as well, possibly some other things as well. But yeah, Britain doesn't. So interesting. But there we go. All right. Okay. Well, I think we should give these an open, find out more. Yeah, let's do it. It's quite interesting. You can see a bit of a sneak at the side there, just what they look like. But yeah, I think we should give them an open, find out some more. Let's do it. Let's give them an open. Right, okay, I'm going to give these Mr Kipling exceedingly good cakes, chocolate and orange Easter bunny slices, and opens. Look, sound very nice, look pretty nice actually, but the slices ones do tend to be a bit mundane in practice, but we'll see if these ones are. So just say tear here as well, so I'll do that. So time recording, I've done about 900 reviews, believe it or not, so if you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you've not done so already. In the top right corner, I'll put a link to place to all my other reviews, as well as some other playlists of things like Mr Kipling reviews and cake reviews and Easter reviews, things like this. So after you watch this one, go check those out and hope you enjoy those too. Alright, so we won't labour the point too much because we've done it with these cake products so many times in the past, but you can clearly see just how much empty space there is here, especially at the bottom. There's just so much empty space for these cake slices. I mean, they just don't need to take up this width. If you can imagine just 4 of them in side by side, just how much space that would take. It's over half this probably. So ridiculous. But I know what they're trying to do. I know they've done it so you can take one off and put it in a lunchbox and things, but it's not the point, you know what I mean? It really isn't. Alright, let's take one away and just look into that a bit more. Okay. Yes, let's see if we can open that. I think that's not the... It's just open here. A bit confusing as well. It's got that that's what sort of keeps it into the cardboard, whereas the open thing is here. But you could be thinking that's the open thing. There we go. So let's take it out. Right, so you can see it's different sponges where they've poured a bit of a base of vanilla sponge, I guess, and some more orange in this case, and then chocolate one around it, and a chocolate topper as well. It was quite nice actually. It's got a nice orange chocolatey smell coming from it. Yeah, not bad at all that. Let's just have a good description again. Chocolate and orange flavoured sponges, okay, yeah. But yeah, so if we look at this again though, you know, I mean, think about it. Just one of them there right at the edge. You know, 4 of them would probably come up to about half that, basically. So it is ridiculous, that, isn't it? You know, it really is ridiculous. And then, of course, it's the height is ridiculous as well. You know, if you look at the height, it doesn't even come up to halfway. Well, it doesn't even come up to, you know, well, it's just not much more, about 2/3 probably of the height of the actual plastic container. They're real poor, really. So as I say, the width of the whole tray itself is about 18.6 centimeters. The width of just one of these is about 2.6. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 6, 12, 18, 24. So it's about 10.4 centimeters, which is just about here. So just over halfway, basically. And the halfway point is about 9.5 almost. So what do we say? 10.4, I think we said. Yeah, so just over halfway. So pretty poor, that really. And let's say the height again. So you could fit so much more in these. You know, like, you know, 1 or 2, 3 slices more per layer. So the height as well that we're missing. Yeah, so you know, could end up with the same space, but probably something like 6 slices more. Who knows? Yeah, get the point anyway. Ridiculous. I won't go into just exactly how many. It would just take too long, and it's, you know, you get the point, I think. All right, so the length of these ones, let's have a see. About 7 centimeters there, not bad. And height at the highest point, 2.6. Okay. And then at the edge, a lot less than that. More like 1.7. Okay. Depending where you measure it, of course, like 1.9 in this case. So yeah, maybe about 1.9 actually. Maybe it's a bit. You can see it's 2.1 there. So about, yeah, 1.7 there. So it can depend, but yeah, you get the point. Okay, did we do the width as well? I don't think we did. 2.5. It's a bit squishy, you have to be careful, but about 2.5. Okay. Alright, so as I say, no sort of creamy layer in the middle here. You can see that the top is a bit thin, but I'm interested because at least the sponge is flavoured orange, so it should be quite nice, I think. So at least hope it is. Yeah. I wonder if the sponge is a bit bland with these. But yeah, I think they look alright, but I think we need to give them a taste and find out what they taste like. So let's do it. Let's give them a taste. Okay, I'm going to give these Mr Kipling extremely good cakes, chocolate and orange Easter bunny slices a taste. Yes, look very nice, look very interesting. Let's say appearance wise, and this and the other one we opened one before looked pretty good. So we've got one we had a bit of a look at a minute ago. So it's starting to half things, but let's give it a bit of a taste. Find out what it tastes like. So let's do it. Let's give it a taste. So it looks nice, but proof's in the pudding. Let's give it a go. Not bad. Certainly better than other sponges that I've had in the past, but still a bit bland. If you know what I mean, it's really all just about the topper. Really, the sponge is okay. While it's like an orange flavoured sponge, it doesn't really taste that sort of interesting. It's not what I'd call moist, but it's not dry, so it's not too bad. But there isn't much of a flavour there to it. It certainly could be more orange-like. And the chocolate sponge as well is quite disappointing. It's never quite, even though it looks nice, and if you know it's chocolate sponge, but it's never, doesn't really taste that nice, you know. So it's a bit bland. So I think sponges do need to have like a cream layer in them, and some of these slices do have cream layers in them, like some kind of, you know, jam layer or some, you know, can't remember what they actually call it, but you know what the Mr Kipling referred to it as, but like a, let's say some kind of cream layer or jam layer or something along those lines anyway. But this, these ones don't. So just really got the topper is the only thing that has a real flavour to it. It isn't too bad. But yeah, it's just a bit like an icing flavour, you know. they're okay, these ones, but it's a very bland cake, to be honest with you. You know, there's a bit of an orange smell there. You know, and it's chocolate sort of sponge as well. And as I say, there is an orange sponge, but they don't really taste that great. And the icing at the top tastes quite nice to an extent, but nothing too amazing. It's still just icing at the end of the day. So the whole thing is okay, but it's like a lot of these Mr Kipling slices, they're just very bland. You know, it's just too bland. And this, they really do need like a sauce. I think that's the word I was looking for before, like a sauce. You know, in the middle of it, like which are like a lot of them do have. But even those are prone to problems because the sauce doesn't go all the way from edge to edge and things like this. So it can still be disappointing even when they've got those. But they definitely do need them just to give it a bit of something, because otherwise it's just so mundane, really, so sort of, as I say, flavourless. Yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, I think they're okay. It looks nice. Just don't know whether 2 out of 5 is too high for it, really. I feel like they are a bit more worse. You know, they're not just below average. I think they're quite a poor product, really. So yeah, it's either 1.5 or a 2 out of 5. I think probably a 1.5. You know, I just think they're just quite. I mean, it's not horrible or anything like that, but they're so bland and they're so boring. I mean, I think there's so many other products that are just nicer than it and more interesting. I just find it very difficult to recommend these. They look nice, but they're just totally flavourless, really. I mean, they do have a bit of flavour, but for all intents and purposes, they're flavourless. There's just not enough going on there. And even if when they do have that sauce layer, it's quite small anyway in some of these slices, it's still not that great. But I think with that, it would be, you know, 2.5 probably. But yeah, as it stands, it's just, it looks nice, but there's not really much else to it. Almost any other kind of cake type product would be nicer than this. We'd have a bit more interest about it. It's not horrible, but there's just nothing about it, you know. It's not like it's horrible to taste or anything, but it's just so boring and bland. So I think if it's horrible, it would be a 1 out of 5. But because it's, the only thing about it is that it's not horrible, I don't think that's much of a rating, really. So yeah, 1.5 out of 5. Really disappointing. Like all the other slice products almost, except for maybe the angel slices and the actual double chocolate one, I think it's called, or the chocolate slice. I think they're the only ones that have something really about them. I think the rest of them, maybe 1 or 2, are just so disappointing. So yeah, 1.5 out of 5. Disappointing, but not surprising. Okay guys, hope you enjoyed that review. Follow me on Instagram, check out the YouTube member program. It's a great way to support the channel, really is. Link for that's in the description, as is the link for the Discord server, which is a great way to keep in touch with myself and be part of the community. Yeah, leave a like, as I say, and leave a comment as well. Always great to hear from you, and always do my best to reply. Yeah, have a lovely day, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care. Bye for now. See ya. Bye.